As the clock ticks down to the Federal Reserve's pivotal meeting, the air is thick with tension. Investors scramble to make their final moves, knowing that Monday is their last chance to adjust their portfolios before the weight of uncertainty descends. But this isn't merely about today's rates. It's the dot plot, a cryptic map of future monetary policy that will ignite passions and reshape destinies. In a world where every basis point counts, the stakes have never been higher. As the clock ticks toward Monday, investors stand at a crossroads, acutely aware of the historical weight that accompanies each decision. The Federal Reserve, a bastion of economic power, has navigated turbulent waters over decades, shaping the financial landscape with its policies. Now all eyes turn to the dot plot, a cryptic map that reveals the Fed's vision for interest rates in the years to come, echoing a legacy of uncertainty and anticipation. As the sun rises on Monday, a palpable tension envelops Wall Street. Investors, armed with data and instinct, brace themselves for a pivotal moment in financial history. The looming Federal Reserve meeting will not only determine the fate of current interest rates, but will also unveil the enigmatic dot plot, a harbinger of the economic landscape that awaits in 2026. In a world where every percentage point can sway markets and livelihoods, this is the moment where strategy meets uncertainty. As we trace the evolution of monetary policy, the Federal Reserve's dot plot emerges as a critical tool, reflecting the collective foresight of its policymakers. This chart, which visually encapsulates the anticipated trajectory of interest rates, has become a focal point for investors, echoing the shifting tides of economic sentiment since its inception. The dot plot stands not merely as a projection, but as a historical narrative of ambition, caution, and the relentless quest for stability in an ever-changing financial landscape. For decades, the Federal Reserve has wielded the power to shape the economic landscape through its interest rate decisions. The dot plot, a seemingly innocuous chart, has evolved into a pivotal symbol of future monetary policy, laying bare the Fed's projections and intentions. As the world watches, investors are reminded of the delicate balance between growth and restraint, a dance that has defined economic cycles throughout history. As the clock ticks down to Monday, a palpable tension grips Wall Street. Investors, armed with data and predictions, frantically recalibrate their strategies, acutely aware that the forthcoming Fed meeting could reshape the economic landscape for years to come. The focus shifts from the present to the ominous shadows of 2026, where the dot plot looms like a specter, holding the power to ignite or extinguish ambitions. In this high-stakes game, every decision counts, as fortunes hang in the balance and the stakes rise dramatically. As the clock ticks down to Monday, Wall Street holds its breath, a palpable tension hanging in the air. Investors, like skilled chess players, prepare to make their final moves, acutely aware that the stakes have never been higher. The dot plot looms large, an enigmatic roadmap of the Federal Reserve's intentions, its implications stretching far into the future. In this high-stakes game, the question reverberates. Will the projections illuminate a path to stability? Or will they unleash a storm of volatility that could reshape the financial landscape for years to come? As the clock ticks down to Monday, investors brace themselves in a frenzied dance of speculation and strategy, knowing full well that the upcoming Fed meeting looms like a storm cloud on the horizon. With the current rates unlikely to budge, all eyes are fixed on the elusive dot plot, an oracle of future monetary policy that could reshape the very foundations of their portfolios. If you find this video insightful, please consider subscribing to support this channel. The stakes are mounting. Each decision carries weight as the echoes of past miscalculations haunt their every move, intensifying the pressure in this high-stakes game of economic chess. As investors hold their breath, the stakes rise beyond mere numbers on a screen. This is a game of power and influence. The dot plot is more than a projection. It's a glimpse into the Federal Reserve's vision for a world in flux, where every decision echoes through the corridors of global finance. Rivals watch intently, ready to seize any misstep, for in this high-stakes environment, the future of economies hangs in the balance. As the clock ticks down to the Fed meeting, the world watches with bated breath. Investors, akin to generals on a geopolitical chessboard, prepare for their next strategic moves, knowing that the dot plot will illuminate the Fed's vision for the future, a forecast that could reshape economies and shift the balance of power. In this high-stakes game, every decision echoes far beyond Wall Street, reverberating through the corridors of global influence and rivalries. As the clock ticks down to the Fed meeting, the world watches with bated breath. Investors, caught in a web of geopolitical tensions and economic rivalries, scramble to recalibrate their strategies. The stakes are high. It's not just about today's rates, but the looming specter of the dot plot, a prophetic glimpse into the future of financial power. In the shadows, rival nations and corporate titans maneuver, each seeking to gain an edge in a game where the rules are as fluid as the markets themselves. As the clock ticks down to Monday, a palpable tension grips the trading floors and boardrooms alike. Investors hold their breath, eyes fixed on the horizon of 2026, where the Fed's dot plot will unveil a vision of the future, one that could sway fortunes and reshape markets. This moment isn't merely about the present rate, it's a prophetic glimpse into the fate of monetary policy, a revelation that could dictate the course of financial history. As the clock ticks down to the Federal Reserve's pivotal meeting, the world of finance holds its breath. Monday marks a critical juncture. Investors scramble to recalibrate their strategies, not for the present, but for the haunting specter of the future, the dot plot. This enigmatic chart revealing the Fed's vision for interest rates in 2026 could spell triumph or disaster, casting long shadows over economies and portfolios alike. As the sun sets on this pivotal Monday, investors brace themselves for the looming specter of the Fed's decision. The dot plot, a seemingly innocuous chart, holds the power to shape economies and alter destinies, as projections for 2026 ripple through markets. A single shift in this forecast could spark turmoil, unraveling years of stability and igniting uncertainty across borders. In this high-stakes game, fortunes are built and shattered as nations hold their breath, waiting for the echoes of tomorrow's decisions. As the clock ticks down to the Fed meeting, the weight of uncertainty hangs heavy in the air, casting long shadows over global markets. Investors, gripped by an obsessive anticipation, brace for a glimpse into the future through the elusive dot plot, a seemingly simple projection that holds the potential to reshape economies and influence the livelihoods of millions. The implications of this meeting extend far beyond Wall Street. They ripple through nations, affecting everything from the cost of living to the stability of entire financial systems. In this moment, the world waits, suspended in a delicate balance of hope and trepidation, knowing that the decisions made here will echo for years to come. As the dust settles on this pivotal Monday, investors stand at the precipice of uncertainty, their gazes fixed on the horizon. The dot plot looms large, a cryptic map of the Fed's intentions, whispering the possibilities that lie ahead for 2026 and beyond. In this moment, the choices made resonate through time, shaping not just portfolios, but the very fabric of our economic future. History teaches us that every decision carries weight. The question remains, what legacy will we forge in the face of an ever-evolving financial landscape? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next documentary.